What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Digital Demons podcast. This is episode 27, and we're back. Try to hold that smile in.
I'm laughing because look at Spanky.
Oh, yeah.
He was freaking out, but
Good for him. Yeah, so welcome back to the show again for everybody that's been listening. If you're a first-time listener, welcome to the show. Yeah. Like always, you can find the show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Oh, man, he's going to town. YouTube, now that I have all my video stuff figured out, and anywhere that you're streaming podcasts at all. So that's kind of a good thing. So let's get right down to business here. DNC is over, and I told you guys I would be following the highlights, clips, and not watching the entire thing because I just couldn't do it. I thought about it. I thought about watching it nightly, and then I couldn't do it.
But why? Like, you don't want to watch it because, I mean, we're not
Well,
Democrats.
for one,
so-
I don't want to see just a fucking venue full of just concert goers. Basically, they're not doing any, they're not there to see anybody speak about anything. They're there to have a fucking show and watch John Legend and Pink and fucking Lil Jon and who else? The Chicks. They were the Dixie Chicks, and now they're the Chicks.
They were at the DNC?
Yeah, they did the fucking Star Spangled Banner. They probably were fucking just up there looking like shit, like they did. So yeah, it was, like I said, it was a shit show. Like I told you guys it was gonna be, and that's what it was. It was all that. There was no explanation of policy. There was no, okay, here's our plan. We're laying it out. This is what we want to do. This is what we're introducing. This is how we think things should go. Just like I said, it wasn't going to be anything serious. It was, here, we got all these entertainers for you guys. Let's try and pack the house and, have a good time. We're all about inclusivity and joy. Okay, so that sounds like a fucking birthday party to me, not a convention for somebody who's running for president.
Well, if you think about it, that's how, like, the elections go. They say, oh, yeah, here's what we are about, but here's what we're gonna show you all your favorite people. We're gonna, like, oh, you love Pink? Here you go. She's gonna perform for you. Like, it's a smoke show.
Yeah,
That's all it is.
Yeah, they were the people that can be bought out.
Yeah, and it's for the people that don't actually look into what they're voting for, or the people that don't even vote.
Yeah,
like, oh yeah, we're gonna watch it, but we're not gonna vote because we don't know what we're talking about or what we're voting for.
Yeah, I'm there to see Stevie Wonder. He's not there to see me. Fuck yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So we're there to see all the acts. We're not there to hear about political anything because, we're just here for the fucking party at this point.
Hey.
So we have Bandit here. Smokey's chilling over there. Blaze is right there. And we got the newest member of the crew, Spanky, chilling on the end of the couch, hoping to God that he doesn't cling on to any of these cords because there's a lot. There's a lot of cords.
He won't tonight, but...
So yeah, just going on my notes here because I do that thing. All it basically was like I said, it wasn't let me show you our policy. We're laying this out for the future of the country. It was just, we hate Trump. Don't you hate Trump? Yeah, we hate Trump. This guy hates Trump. This lady hates Trump. All of us in here collectively, can we all say it together? We hate Trump. That's basically the whole fucking DNC in a nutshell. And I thought it was weird too. First off, like, their candidate's a woman, right? Kamala Harris is a woman.
I would hope so.
Why the fuck can't they define what a woman is then?
Because there's a woke community.
Well, of course, but now
They don't want to offend.
Now they've
they
conceded.
want those votes.
Now they've conceded in their own scientific explanation. I can't define what that is. I don't know.
Okay,
well, you got Kamala Harris running for president now. You motherfuckers turned around and said, hey, she's going to be the first woman president, right? All of a sudden, we know what a woman is. So here, let's clap it up. Clap it up for the DNC here. They figured it out. They know what a woman is now. Woo! Hell yeah, we figured it out. The left knows what a woman is now. All you got to do is have one run for president, and they'll tell you all day what a woman is. Man, oh man. So like I said, I'm running through notes. We saw a bunch of, and this was another thing that they said. We're going to be taxing the millionaires and the billionaires. Okay, how many millionaires took that stage over the course of 4 days? Fucking countless amounts of millionaires.
At least 90%.
Yeah, you saw Nancy Pelosi. We all know her track record, just making buku bucks off the fucking stock market. We had Oprah Winfrey on there. John Legend was on there. Pink was on there. Who else knows, dude? Like there was like 13 or 14 people they said came over and were showing support as an actor or a performer or whatever, and they had no real people from the party come up and talk. And when they did, they had nothing to say but Trump this and Trump that. Trump's a bad guy.
That's what I mean. Like they bring like all these celebrities and artists and stuff on there because people that don't know what they're voting for, they're going to vote for whoever their favorite artists and actors and actresses. Like,
yeah.
And that's sad. Like, it's
yeah.
It's sad. It's really sad. And that's, I'm all about, if you're a Democrat, you know what, that's fine. Like that's your deal. But if you're voting blue because you actually believe in what they go for, you know what, that's fine. But don't vote for the Democratic or Republican Party because of don't vote for them because of who they bring on stage. Like
Beyonce told me to do it.
I mean, exactly. Beyonce told me to do it.
Yeah,
but,
Beyonce did it, and so I'm going to do it.
That's just, if you don't know what you're voting for, just don't.
Do your research is what you need to do.
Exactly. It's just, if there's anything, you really need to do your research.
If there's anything that can be said, it's do your research, okay? Vote for whoever the fuck you want to vote for. But just remember, when the shit hits the fan, we're going to be talking shit about you. And you're going to be talking shit about us. But in these last 4 years, we've seen the amount of shit that's been happening to the country and around the whole fucking world, frankly. And we can all point the finger and be like, look, remember you voted for this shit? You voted for this, not me.
This is what you wanted.
You like having fucking $7 a gallon gas? You like paying fucking $18 for a fucking box of cereal or whatever? You know what I mean? Like all this price bullshit, everything that everybody across the whole country is complaining about is because of who they voted for. They knew it was coming down the pipeline, and what do? Oh, it was Trump. He made it happen before we got elected. Okay, 12 of the last 16 years, the Democrats have been in control of the country.
Right.
Okay, but all these problems of the fucking world that have happened in the last 4 to 8 years, right? It's all the responsibility of one guy. It's all just Trump's fault. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, they complain about the guy a lot. They don't give any explanation as to why they need to get back in there, what they're going to change. Fucking Bill Clinton, dude. Okay, Bill Clinton came on stage and he said that Joe Biden healed the sick and put the rest of us back to work. Yeah.
Yeah,
he
there's
healed
no
me.
way.
Thank you, Joe. You healed me. Psych. And then you had Oprah Winfrey. Took the night off from fucking selling kids on Wayfair to come and attend, which, by the way, she's a billionaire. And the people that were all up in those boxes, like those box view, whatever you call it, seats or suites or whatever, $500,000 for those. And they were all filled up. I don't have $500,000 to go and watch whoever it is talk or a concert or a show or whatever. Like, you got to have money to do that shit. $500,000 for one night, for a few hours.
Yeah.
So their whole rhetoric of, oh, we're going to tax the billionaires and millionaires and this and that. A lot of those motherfuckers' friends are in that place living it up. He's clinging to life right now at the back of the couch.
My whole thing is with this whole tax thing is everyone should be getting taxed. And you might disagree. Everyone might disagree, but everyone should be getting taxed. Well, we shouldn't be getting taxed.
Well,
First
period.
of
That's
all.
never not going to
Yeah,
happen.
like that's insane. Like, why tax me on the money that I earn from working or buying groceries? Like, that's absolutely insane.
Well, you get taxed on the
But
house you live in. You get taxed on the property the house is built on. You get taxed everything. Everything you do, you get taxed on. So what the Trump administration is recommending? Wow, with the
yes,
with the water gun,
I'm sorry.
with the water gun action. Nerf water guns.
But anyways, like, it's, if there is going to be a tax, there shouldn't be a higher tax on some people and a lower tax on other people. And you know what? People might disagree with me, but I feel like there are people out there, like, I feel like we're middle class, right? Like,
We used to be, and then now we've been reduced to nothing because of the fucking way that the country's been ran the past 4 years.
either way, we both have good jobs, but why are we being taxed?
Everybody is. Their main thing was to destroy the middle class. The people finally got what they wanted to get. They're making money. They're having jobs. The jobs are being created, and by record amounts. And what happened when Trump left office? All that shit got reverted. They started fucking cutting all this shit that was in place. They reverted a lot of the tax breaks and all this other stuff, and everybody started losing money. We took hits out of the 401ks, like tens of thousands of dollars up to hundreds of thousands of dollars and millions of dollars, depending on what your situation was. There was some serious shit going on, and it's still happening. 401ks are getting fucking cracked right now too. People are losing money in the stock market. That's why I don't play with that shit personally. I mean, good on you if you make the right money moves, but yeah, I don't play with none of that shit because it's too volatile, and the country's not in a position right now of power. So any little thing can get offset, and people can fucking face plant, lose all their money. That's, you know what I mean? That's a whole nother topic, but
Yeah. All I'm saying is, if you're making money and you're busting your tail, excuse me, if you're busting your tail making that money, you shouldn't be getting taxed extra because of that. Now,
Well,
again, there's there's those people out there that are what am I trying to say? Like, exploiting.
what do you mean, like exploiting? Exploiting what?
Winfrey, Oprah Winfrey. She's making a ton of money because she's got these talk shows, and she's out there like, and you get free this, and you get free this, and you get free this. Well, not only does she make money off of giving people free stuff,
Yeah, she gets tax breaks.
she gets tax breaks, but then the people that are in the crowds, like, yeah, you get a free car. Okay, well, they're going to get taxed.
Yeah, they're gonna have to pay the taxes on that car.
Yeah, like,
That's just how this shit works.
and that's sad.
You win the lottery. Guess what? State and federal get their break on that. You don't get, I won $100 million. No.
You get 20,000 off of that.
I was gonna say you probably get about $20 to $30 million after the state, depending on what even state you live in. Because some places don't even have state tax. California will rape you for state tax, and then the feds come in and they get their chunk. So you win your $100 million, you're walking out the door back home with $20 million. I mean, that's a big chunk of change, but still, it's not just like, oh, here's your grand prize, you get it, take it all, and see you later. So
yeah,
I mean,
this whole thing's it's wild.
that's what the Trump administration wants to do. They want to try to do a 5 to 7% flat tax on everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So, no matter what you make, you're going to pay your percentage, and that's it. You're not going to be like, oh, this check you made this much, we're going to take out a whole bunch. You didn't make the same amount in the last time. Okay, we're going to take out this one. It's not going to fluctuate
Right.
like it does, really. So,
Like it always has.
yeah.
Well, for the past 4 years.
Well, I mean, it always does. It always has, but it's time to get rid of that shit.
Yeah.
People need to make money. They need to have money to feed their fucking families. They need to have money for whatever they need. None of this. Let's tax the shit out of people and then send it to fucking Ukraine for, so they can have their money. Their people can go to school. Their people can have this bullshit and that bullshit. It's like, no. Fucking, that's the whole America First agenda, is to take care of our own first and fucking piss off with everybody else.
Yeah.
Especially when you have people that are countries that aren't putting in any money. That's why we got out of the fucking whole Paris Agreement and all that shit. And what happened? Biden put us right back into it. So
Well, we're gonna. I know for a fact that in November we're looking at a good future.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, the DNC nightmare. Back to that whole thing. After the night 1 and 2, 3 and 4 obviously came up. Tim Walz, the dude that is Kamala's running mate, this Yahoo got on stage and started. He was like, "I don't give speeches like this. I'm more like a football coach." It's like, okay, dude, like you're dumb to begin with. Like we've seen your governing skills and they're not worth a fuck. So he starts like talking to these people like he's a coach. He's like, "Okay, like this is the fourth quarter. We're down by a field goal. We need to make up some points." And people are looking at him like, okay.
You're talking to
like,
the country right now,
all right,
not
like
a high school football team.
we're in the fourth quarter. All right. Well, I thought you were running for fucking vice president, but anyways, dude. Yeah. So he gets up there and starts blabbing, and then they made memes of his son already as
I
don't
saw
know,
that.
Gus.
Yeah.
Cried. Dad, I love you, Dad. I love you. It's like, come on, dude. You're fucking bawling your damn eyes out. You should be like, this should be a proud moment. You should be like, yeah, man. Like, you know, show the resilience. Show like the power of the, you know what I mean? Like, you see Barron or whoever, one of the Trump family members, and they're just like, you know, we're so proud of you, Dad. Like, this is a great, great achievement moment,
they're
whatever.
All so happy for
and this
him.
fool's fucking blubbering and and then they had the comfort the little moment on stage where he was saying he was pulling his arm to avoid him walking into a teleprompter, and people were like, look at him abusing his son. Wow, really, with the toys. He's good right now. He's fine right now. Yeah, so he was on stage doing that bullshit, and then Kamala gets on stage.
I hate when you say that name.
Yeah. Comrade Kamala. Comrade Kamala, as Trump calls her. She gets on stage and has her 30-minute whatever speech. She doesn't lay out any policy. You know, she's running for president, but has no idea of what the fuck she's planning on doing besides, the whole food thing. We're gonna eliminate price gouging on food. Good. You know what's gonna happen when you do that? Places are gonna say, all right, we're not making that anymore. We're not making that anymore. We're not making that no more, and we're not making this anymore. So good. You want to keep fucking cereal at $4.99 a box? It's gonna be like that for 4 years. Cool. All this other shit that we're making, spending our money to make anymore? Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
We're not making it no more. So you're going to see a lot of products disappear. You're going to see a lot of stores disappear. And a lot of people's fucking jobs are going to go out the window again. And they padded the jobs number. Talking about, we made 1 million jobs this, over the course of this long or whatever. They padded the number by like 800 and something thousand jobs.
What do you mean by padded?
They inflated the number. It wasn't really that high.
Okay.
Yeah. So their jobs numbers, look at all the stuff we created. All these people are going to work and all that. Fuck no, dude. Those jobs never existed.
Yeah. Okay.
Those jobs never existed. So they made that shit up, and it's all being brought out now. So she goes and has her little stupid speech and talks about when she was a little girl and this and that and blah 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 blah. And then that was basically all it was. It was her trashing Donald Trump again, and that was it.
I know the one big thing was, and I saw this all over social media, is when Donald Trump was talking, he was talking about what he can do to improve the United States.
Yeah.
I mean, there were some points where he was like, okay, well, this is what your current president is doing wrong. Okay, yeah, but now we have fucking what's-her-face, Kamala, and Biden talking about, like, all they could say is bad things about Trump. And it's
because what are you going to do? Bash the administration you still work for?
They should have, if they were fucking smart, pardon my French, if they were smart, they would have been saying what good, quote, what good they were doing. Even though they're not doing any good, but instead, because they're not doing any fucking good for the country, all they could do was talk bad about their opponent.
Well, yeah,
And
because
that's sad.
how are you gonna make good out of everything that's blatantly bullshit?
That's
You
the
can't.
thing, and I would hope that the people see that and they say, hey, you know what? We voted for Biden and we got shit on, so now we know who to vote for.
No, because they're gonna be like, well, now we know that Biden was sick. He's not if he's not fit to be the president. She should have been the president. This and that. Blah 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 blah.
She worked under him. I get what you're
Forgetting that she couldn't even get 2% of the vote in California when she was running for president the first time. In her own state, people didn't even fucking like her.
And she was a fucking hoe in the first place. Like, the only reason why she's where she is at now is because
Willie Brown, that helped her out a lot. And who knows who else? Who knows who else? Because she was locking people up a long time ago for weed and all this other bullshit. Now she's cool with having open borders and fucking, we're going to naturalize all these people. We're going to have, it's inclusivity. It's equality. It's,
no, it's
it's the DEI concept and all that shit. It's everybody that wants to come over here can come over here because we're inclusive. Our country's inclusive. Blah, blah, fucking blah. Every time they make a point, it's going to be, he just stepped on that.
He said, squeak.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the whole DNC in a nutshell. Like I was saying, it's just a fucking Trump bashing contest for 4 days. They didn't have anything.
You're being way too nice about her. All I'm saying
and then they come out and they tell everybody, well, she didn't lay her plan out during the DNC. We're going to wait until after she's elected to release the plan. How does that sound? That sounds like a crock of shit if you ask me. It's like, why would anybody vote for that? Number one, because they're dumb. Number two, because they're dumb. And number three, because they're dumb.
She is where she's at now because of... I'm sorry, Spanky's going crazy right now. He's doing he's jumping up and spinning around.
He's like pop locking over there. Yeah, he's going ape shit. This guy's having the time of his life.
Yeah, no, she's made her way around with a lot of people. And that's how we know who she is now, because she's,
She was a DA in California and she was just donging it up. That was about it. That's how she got to where she's at now. So yeah, they had their little star spangled moment for the DNC, and then it was all erased in Glendale yesterday.
Oh.
They couldn't even tell you what fucking Kamala Harris had to say, because guess what? RFK and Trump decided to fucking bury the hatchet, dude. After years of talking shit about each other, after years of talking shit about each other, this and that, just bickering and making points and this and that, they're joining forces. And dude, I can't even imagine the kind of cabinet that Trump is going to have if he does win this election.
It's going to be so amazing.
Holy shit, it's going to be fire.
It's already starting to be.
Well, I mean, the stars are starting to align, but we still got a couple months before this whole thing gets settled. And yeah, dude, it's, I don't know. RFK he was a lifelong Democrat because his uncle was John F. Kennedy.
Right.
And obviously Robert F. Kennedy was his dad. Also got assassinated. His uncle, JFK, we all know, assassinated. So Trump is going to be making basically like an administration kind of thing to declassify the rest of the documents that didn't get declassified. Man, dude, they're just all up in the shit right now. God damn it.
I'm also getting distracted because
yeah. Yeah, so
there's a lot going on.
Yeah, so he's going to be making basically a commission that's going to be tasked with releasing the documents, all the classified documents about the assassinations that he didn't declassify when he was president the first time. So, and basically he's like kind of telling the FBI, CIA, like, hey, this is who your boss is going to be. So that's going to be cleared out real fucking quick. Like all those guys that were into covering up all this stuff for years, they're probably shook right now because they know like if there's any kind of bullshit, which we're pretty sure there is,
Yeah.
it's all going to be uncovered. And those people are going to do anything and everything they can to fucking stop it. Because what do we know? We don't really know that much because it's been all these years. So what happened? Dude, what happens if they drop these documents and it's just a fucking shitstorm of just crazy details?
Right. Yeah. I mean,
You think people are going to be pissed, or do you think people are going to be like, well, we fucking knew it?
or we're only going to find out what the government wants us to know. And we're going to be like,
that's
oh,
not going to
wow,
be that's not going to be a thing. That's not going to be a thing anymore. You thought the first Trump presidency was transparent. Wait till the fucking second one happens.
This would be so wild.
Wait till the second one happens. He's been fucked with for so long now. Mm-hmm. He's going to be fucking cashing checks and snapping necks, dude, when he gets in there.
I think it's so funny how like everyone's like, oh, do you want a felon to be your president? Yeah, I kind of do.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of do.
I totally do.
I don't know. I'm not under. These animals are going crazy. I just can't understand. And no one's been willing to have that conversation with me on, like, well, a Biden supporter to have that conversation with me on why they are fully supporting Biden.
Well, first you got to find one. I haven't found one at all. If you're out there and you're watching this, feel free to email me, digitaldemonspodcast@gmail.com. So if you happen to run into this clip, email me and let me know why. Thanks.
And just, I mean, honestly though, like, I want to find someone that very firmly believes in what he supports.
They'll tell you all day what they support. You can look that up. You can look it up all day long.
I want to have that actual conversation with someone and find out why.
It's not going to happen.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I see a lot of random people on social media making comments, but I don't know them. If I know someone that believes in that, then cool, yeah, let's have a conversation, but I don't.
So when RFK endorsed Trump officially Friday, he said the reason for him dropping out of the race, well, he didn't say he was dropping out, like technically dropping out. He said he was going to try to get his name erased from the swing states. Mm-hmm. So that way he wouldn't have any like hindrance towards the voting. Mm-hmm. And it would either go one way or the other, which is a tricky kind of thing to do because you either fucking just pissed off a lot of people or you got people to see like, okay, what this dude's getting with the program, like
either let's
follow
really
suit.
Unhappy.
Yeah. So hopefully they're following suit. But he said some of the reasons why he was getting out because he talked about free speech, which obviously it's been hindered. Everybody's free speech has been hindered by fucking online bullshit.
Yeah.
The whole 9 yards the past 4 years, especially.
The fact checkers.
Fact checking. I literally just the other day was trying to go live on my Instagram and it wasn't letting me because I was like, why the fuck am I not gonna be able to go live right now? And so I had to look into it, and it was because of a post that I made back in 2021, got taken off like I don't even know how many months ago it was, and it had been deemed like inappropriate or whatever, and it was
in 2021. That was a couple years ago.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it was a long time ago, and it was a post of Joe Biden, and he had his legs up, and he's in a diaper, and there's Hillary, Pelosi, and then two other people. I forget who it was, and it said, "Oh, it's time to change his diaper right now," like something or whatever. And I didn't even post it to like my account. It was on a story. So it got flagged and deleted, and then I challenged it, and then now I can go live again. So watch out for those live streams. If you're on my personal account, which is linked to all this shit, you can go on there. Or I might start streaming live on just the Digital Demons Instagram page. But nonetheless, I got fucking restricted, got all that shit taken care of. And it's just the whole free speech thing. So like I was saying, he was talking about free speech being an issue. The war in Ukraine, obviously, people are tired of that shit and shelling out hundreds of billions of dollars to those guys. And then he said the last one was the war on our children, which I was like, wow, okay, he really did go there with that shit. He really went there, and he's gonna keep it there, I think, because that's one thing that a lot of us are fucking sick and tired of, is the whole let's indoctrinate the kids with this weird culture thing and just fucking making them into weirdos. And it's all across schools as we know it. It's just it's not appropriate. You know what I mean? Let's bring the drag queens into fucking kindergarten class and do kindercare, drag queen reading and shit like that. These are fucking grown ass men doing this shit with little kids, and just keep it to yourself. Do what you want. Be a drag queen. Fucking wear makeup, underwears, whatever you want to do. Keep it to yourself and don't bring the kids into it. So this is one of the other reasons why he said, okay, enough is enough. We're gonna side with him, and if we can get into the Oval Office alongside this guy, fucking word up. Like, we're down for it. So those two together now are gonna be a fucking powerhouse, and people are on the left are really fucking afraid of it now. They're real afraid of it, because who's gonna really honestly team up with Kamala and Tim Walz? Not BLM, because BLM turned on their fucking ass a long time ago. So they exposed them after they got exposed. So it was just one after the other.
Yeah. All I have to say is, you know what, and a lot of people will be unhappy about this, and I really don't give a fuck. My kids, do not ever talk to them about pronouns, gender identity, anything like that. You know what? If that's what they, if that's what they get into when they're older, you know what? It is what it is. But
You're a weirdo.
But my kids will not go into school learning about, again, gender, anything like that. That is something that parents, when I say you, like you as parents, me as a parent, whatever, like that's something that we should be teaching our kids about. And
what, gender identity? That's not even gonna be fucking spoken about. Like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Gender identity. I'm a female.
Yeah, you're a fucking boy and you're a girl, or
like
that's it.
That's what it is.
It's not gonna be like, oh, well, how do you feel today? Do you want to wear a dress, or do you want to wear fucking, regular boy clothes? It's not gonna happen.
I don't agree with that, and I mean, a lot of people won't be happy about that, and that's fine. Like,
it is what it is.
I'm not saying that, I guess I am saying.
Yeah, you're totally saying it.
If you believe otherwise, then you know what? It is what it is. But
we're not here to fucking protect anybody's feelings. Like I said from the get-go, I don't give a fuck. If you're not...
We're a traditional household. You were born a boy.
The whole idea of a nuclear family is just that, a nuclear family. It's not going to be the variations of what it's always has been. And I'm not going to fucking go into that shit. It's just, it is what it is. If you don't like it, like I said, turn the shit off. You've already been fucking here for half an hour. So if this is ruffling up your feathers, we're still a couple months away from the fucking election. Just wait. We're in the kitchen and we're turning up the heat right now. And if you can't stand the heat in the kitchen, get the fuck out, because it's only going to get crazier
nice
from here.
In here, but if it's too hot for you,
yeah, we'll see you later.
Bye.
We'll catch you on the flip side.
Yeah, no, you'll never get us to agree with you. I guess it is what it is.
Yeah, so, okay. Speaking of agreeing on things, we've agreed earlier that this particular word has been coming up a lot. And you know what I'm talking about.
Don't do it.
Okay, and I'm pretty sure the viewers have seen this and or heard this. And it's not like it's a new word. It's been around for a very long time. Do you know what word it is?
I'm not saying it.
Do you want me to say it?
Go ahead.
Demure. Why is all of a sudden this word all over the place?
Now, let's, first of all, so out of nowhere, these videos started popping up on my feed, like everywhere.
Yeah.
And so then like I started seeing these videos and these posts, and I was like, I told him, I was like, oh my God, you know what? Like I hadn't seen them for a minute, and I was like, you know what? I keep seeing these videos that or in posts saying Demure, and then maybe like 30 minutes later, he was doing his own thing on his phone, and then a video came up with that, and I was like, look, and he started laughing. So now, because we talked about it, he's seeing it all the time.
So, so I'm reading right here. It says it all started by a Chicago-based TikTok content creator who goes by the name Jules LeBron. Pretty fucking scary, I must admit.
Nice.
And she posted a video titled "How to Be Demure at Work," and that's the whole viral thing. That's the whole purpose right now. So we figured it out. Okay, shout out to us. Okay, I figured it out.
He did. I was like,
so-
I had no idea. It just came out of nowhere.
I had to do a little bit of investigative journalism right there, as to why it's become just so crazy right now. Like everybody's using it, and I don't know. Do we just pluck these words out of the fucking dictionary and we're like, hey, I'm gonna start using this and hopefully it catches fire again, or what? Like, what do you think on that?
I mean, all it takes is like one person to make something go viral.
Yeah, obviously, but I'm saying like when they pick out the things that they're trying to like make go viral, like the process of that is either they do something funny or they, do some shit that's wild and get everybody riled up, or are like purposely like with this whole situation with the totally not reaching Blaze's whole face. Good Lord.
Then go get it. Those are headphones.
He can have those. If he shreds another pair, I'm gonna purposely make him wear headphones.
We're gonna talk about that for a second. So we have. Are you sure? We have.
How he gets into those, I don't know.
So we have a snake, 2 cats.
But I might have to break from this session real quick. Keep going.
Go do your thing.
Yeah, keep your explanation going.
A snake, 2 cats, 2 brothers. This is Bandit and his brother Smokey. And then a kitten who's now in his teenage phase. And then, Blaze. So, we just have a lot of animals in this house. But last week what happened was I think 2 weeks ago. Anyways, we were getting ready to do the podcast, and
I'm back.
One thing that happened was the camera got knocked down, and the plug that was in the camera, it got knocked over and was bent.
Go listen to episode, what was it, 25? Yeah. It's only audio.
Yeah.
Because of this whole situation.
And that was Blaze. But you know what? The camera's fine, obviously. The camera's fine. And it's easier to replace a cord than it is a really expensive camera. Okay? Yeah. Just saying that. So
that goes without saying.
We got everything set back up to do the audio, and then come to find out, little shit stain that he just had to go handle, had chewed
something. It was over $100.
Over $100 pair of in-ears.
These in-ears specifically.
Not these. I'm good with these, but
these ones that I have in, he ate the last pair that I had for like over 10 years.
Yeah.
Strong, like no problems with them. He ate the fucking cord.
But they're really expensive because they're like, artists use them when they're playing music. Like they're not just headphones. Like they're really expensive headphones, or earplugs. Anyways, so they got chewed up, and little shit stain just now was chewing up something else.
Another set of backup ones that I don't like at all, but
It's just not that we don't put our stuff away, but a kitten.
He finds his way into unlocking things and like getting shit out all the time. I don't know how he does it, but he's very good at it, strangely. But yeah, I had to just prevent him from eating up another set of headphones right now. How he got to the and they were pushed all the way into that shelf over there. They were tucked way in there, so I think he's getting up there and like looking in and fucking getting to him. I don't know, but yeah. So, anyways, fuck that word demure. Hope I don't see it again, which I probably will now that I've mentioned this and it's all over the place. And that's just how it goes. It's probably gonna pop up on every other fucking thing that I see for the rest of the week, month, and year. You know how that shit goes.
Yeah, well, get rid of that. I'm over it.
Yeah,
so over it.
So what else do you got? What else do you got?
So we've been watching The Sopranos. I know we've talked about this before.
Yep.
But we were talking about this. We've been talking about this, but last night, like yesterday, I wasn't feeling good. I was good throughout like the good half of the day, and then all of a sudden, like sneezing, coughing, stomach issues, don't ask. Like I just wasn't feeling good. He gets home and I'm laying in bed. I'm like covered up, sneezing.
No doubt. Like not even bullshitting. She must have sneezed like 200 times yesterday. Like from like what, 4 to 11, 12, something like that.
No, I was like, yeah, 12:30.
Oh, you 12:30. Yeah, about 12:30.
Yeah, like I wasn't feeling good yesterday. So, yeah, we were watching The Sopranos, and like I took one Benadryl. I've never taken Benadryl before until last night. And it was like, oh, if you're an adult, whatever, take 1 to 2. I was like, I'll take one. I've never taken it before. And I took one at like 5 or 6. But around 9:30, 10 o'clock, I started getting like tired. So as we're watching The Sopranos, I was like, okay, I'm starting to get tired. Like, this is our last episode. Okay, well, the end of that episode was like, I can't fall asleep. I can't go to sleep knowing that this is happening.
Cliffhangers.
Yeah. So we watch another episode.
And I warned you about this when we first started.
Yes,
Go back and watch that episode for those of you that don't know. I warned you about this. I said, when we watched this, when it first came out in the 90s through like the 2000, like whatever it was, 2006, 7, when it ended, you'd have to wait a week for the next one to come.
So that's my point. Like, I was like, I can't fall asleep, like knowing that this is the cliffhanger.
And we're binging, keep in mind, like what, on average, like maybe 3 episodes a night, 2, 3, depending on what time we start.
Yeah.
Episodes. And so we'll roll through these, and then sometimes we're like, hey, you good for another one? You good for another one?
Like, yeah.
And then we got to tap out eventually because we're just like, oh, fuck, I got to work tomorrow. Like, I got to get up. I can't be up till like 12:30, 1 o'clock, like watching the fucking spread. I mean, I would, but I got shit to do. I get up early. I got to handle business.
Yeah.
Stand on business.
My whole thing is like, and eventually we got to this point last night. Well, I've said this for like the longest time, but I refuse to watch shows that aren't completely out there for 90% of the time.
Well, not out there in the sense of like, oh, crazy, like craziness, but like,
no, like if
the whole series isn't done, if the whole series isn't available, like I'm not watching it. I'm not gonna wait a week. I don't do that shit no more.
Don't put that stress on me. Like, I don't want to watch this.
Yeah.
But because you watch the series like
as it was happening, like when each episode was coming out, for years we watched this shit. Like almost it started in like 98 and 99 and ended in 2007. So every season, 6 seasons worth, watched it every week. And
I can't do that.
That's how you had to do it. You didn't have streaming services.
Like, I can't do that.
And crazy internet back then. If you downloaded a fucking episode of The Sopranos, if there was even a way to get it onto the internet back then, it was going to be a knock on the door, and it was going to be the fucking the feds being like,
FBI.
hey, yeah, we're gonna take your ass to jail.
Like even nowadays, like okay, so I know most people have seen what is it? Squid Games? Squid
Squidward.
no. I'm pretty sure it's called Squid Games.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is, right?
Yeah. I don't even watch that shit.
Okay, well,
I can't stand that.
I
That's
watched
just me though.
I waited until every single see, I can't even remember. Like I watched every single episode thinking, okay, that's it. Like it was one season, that's it. Then they came out with, a Squid Games, but with real people, not worth it. But then they just came out with the fact that they're coming out with a Squid Games season 2, and now I'm really mad because now I have to rewatch the first season and the second season when it comes out. It's a whole thing. I can't watch
Week to week shows.
I can't. No, can't. Can't do it.
Yeah, I don't watch TV, period.
I
That's why I watch
refuse to.
everything that's old so I can just get straight to it. I don't want to be like, oh, I like this new show, but
That's
I
a lie.
lose interest in shows
He does watch
way
TV,
too quick.
but not anything new.
I watch YouTube. And if you're watching this, go to my YouTube channel and watch all the other episodes or listen to the episodes that have come out before this one.
Yeah, it's The Sopranos. We're coming up on. We've got what?
We're on like
7?
episode 6, so probably like
we've got
6 or 7 episodes left before we're done.
And then we're gonna watch.
To be honest with you, I don't want to roll right into another show. I need to go back to the YouTube time and just watch my podcast because I haven't watched podcasts on YouTube.
Well, hold on a second.
What?
You have all the time to watch everything else. When
What
you come
time?
home.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Okay, so
Hold up.
Okay, so to give you guys a little reference, I work from home, and like I always have something on in the background while I'm working, but it's not anything that we watch. When he comes home, I let him do his thing. He likes to play on his phone, whatever.
Not play on my phone. I'm constantly looking for shit that has to do with the podcast.
Okay,
and that takes up a lot of my time because I see a lot of the same shit. And so I'm like, okay, I heard about that. I got a note for that. I heard about this. Got a note for that. And so I'll just scroll and I'll be looking on different apps. I love X, but I don't post on there. So sorry about that. If you guys are on X, I need to get with the program. What are you doing?
Busy.
Okay, well, you're not going to get up all through Magic Johnson over here, 7 feet tall. He ain't having it, so he's bouncing. Peace out to Bandit. Thanks for coming on the show.
Anyways, when I
Now
say
Blaze
he
is on
plays
here.
on his
Check him out.
phone, when I say he plays on his phone, he's on his phone doing his thing. I'm not nosy. I am, but not to to a certain extent. So he does his thing. He comes home. He works hard all day. So whatever. He does his thing on his phone. And then towards the end of the night, that's when we start watching our shows. So you have plenty of time to Bijou. You have plenty of time to watch your YouTube and do what you gotta do. God. I'm sorry, I'm so distracted now. Hey.
Okay, we're not getting up here right now. Okay, now you've just invited him up. So when he knocks everything over, we're gonna have issues here.
Relax. Bless you.
Anyways, this is Blaze, everybody. You started this shit, so now you're gonna get it.
All right. Hey, good job.
So we've gone over the whole bullshit ass Demure thing. I have one thing. I mean, I don't know what else you got.
I could talk all night.
Well, start to yapping then, sister.
So anyways,
Before our co-star Blaze came in.
Yeah, freaking licking me all over the place. He's so cute. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's our whole thing. Well, my whole thing is I can't watch anything that there's not a consistent amount of episodes. We actually did watch.
Not even hearing you right now. Wow.
So there was
across
this
the
one.
room. Across the room.
So there was, I don't know if you guys know about it, but
There you go. Now you can hear it. Now you can see it coming up on the screen there. Look
Okay,
at
so I don't-
my voice on here compared to yours is like. So, anyways, we were over here and we were talking the whole time, and like I had this idea, and I'm like,
oh
hey there.
my gosh. Okay, I'm sorry. So we started watching, what was it? The Gypsy Rose. I know we talked about this before.
Yeah, I'm fucking over that whole thing. Whatever she's doing, she's doing.
So we, sorry, cat's about to run into a drum set, and so we thought we watched the entire season, and then come to find out, my mom was like, "Oh, did you guys watch the recent episode?" And we were like, "Wait, what?" And then we watched that, and it was like, "Oh my god, she's getting a lot of attention, way too much attention."
I haven't seen anything
Again.
recently. I mean, they probably are already done with that. She's gonna shit the kid out. The guy's gonna leave her, and then she's gonna just be single.
Oh, there's gonna be another season.
Or they'll find out that he's gay or something.
Well, we both know that he's gay, but
I don't know.
and she completely fucked over what's his face.
Yeah, I don't remember her husband's. The dude that she's with now, Ken. He's a fucking clout chaser, dude.
Yeah.
Like if you watch this whole series thing or whatever, or you know about it, tell me that he's not a fucking clout chaser. Ken is a fucking clout chaser, like to the 10th
he
degree.
is.
Wanted nothing to do with her, dumped her while she was in jail, yada yada yada. She gets with what's his name?
Why can't I remember his name? He was so nice.
Yeah,
like,
but he was
like
kind of a
my
slob,
favorite.
but
He's
kind of
not
a slob.
a slob. He's
Kind of a slob. A little bit of a slob. Ken is a kiss ass and
Yeah.
ends up end up getting her pregnant, whatever. I don't even care to watch the rest of that.
You know what? I will say this. That's the last thing I have to say is, so you probably don't know, well, you know about Justin Bieber, but so Vanessa Hudgens, she had her baby recently, and she's very under the radar. She's very like, she does her own thing, and paparazzi went, instead of letting her announce her pregnancy, or not her pregnancy, but the fact that she had her baby, the paparazzi was at the hospital while she was getting into her vehicle and didn't even,
Let me guess,
They
she was
didn't
at
let her-
Cedars.
I don't know where she was at.
Probably Cedars.
Yeah,
All the stars
but-
go there.
Like, the paparazzi didn't even let her announce her, like, the fact that she had her baby. And that's so horrible. Okay. That like breaks my heart for her, because that's, like, hey, let me announce the fact that I popped out my own fucking baby. You know what I mean? Like, but then Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber just had their baby, and they were allowed to announce the fact that
Well,
they just had
honestly,
their
they
baby.
probably did like some kind of like at home fucking thing, because
I mean, who knows?
Haley Baldwin, aka Haley Bieber,
But Hailey Bieber.
is all into that like weird shit.
But
Just like
we don't know,
her
because they have
murderous,
that
murderous
privacy.
people that are in her family.
Like, they had that. Don't go there. That's a whole other conversation, but that's for another day. But I think that's so horrible. Like, yeah, I get, you're paparazzi, you have to make your money, but do you have no shame? Like,
No, they don't, because they're out there chasing a check. They got a camera that's probably worth 2 fucking car payments.
but here's the thing. Like, there's, Vanessa Hudgens, who, a beautiful woman, amazing person.
Prominent star.
But, okay, Vanessa Hudgens, Justin Bieber. What would you put on the scale? Who's more prominent? Who's
Bieber.
more exactly? So how is it that?
Because they probably did some shit like at their house. They didn't.
But
I would bet.
again-
I would bet. I don't know. I'm just throwing.
I mean, that might
a
be a
guess out
thing.
there.
But I think it's so crazy that that whole thing just is so crazy, and I feel so bad for Vanessa Hudgens, because can you imagine having that privacy taken away from you?
You're a fucking star, dude. That's what happens. You join that lifestyle and you do all that shit. It's to be expected. Am I saying it's right for them to do that? No. But you can't be on top of the world, making all kinds of monies, making movies and, TV shows and music videos or whatever, and not expect to be chased down like that. Like, that's the life you live. You can't, you know what I mean? That comes with the territory. You're a global sensation.
Doesn't mean that it's okay.
It's not. That's what I'm saying. Is it wrong? Yeah, it's fucked up.
Imagine you become a very well-known, popular podcaster. Eventually, you will get to that point. But can you imagine?
Like Wayne's World.
Everyone surrounding the house.
Yeah, I just had a baby, guys. Shout out.
All right, I lost that argument.
Thank you guys for the gifts.
At some point, that's gonna be tiring.
Hey, that's the fucking life I chose, dude.
You're so talented that people are harassing you. Hi, honey. The people are harassing you. I said harassing you.
It comes with the territory. I've seen it firsthand when I worked at Cedars-Sinai. I've seen this shit firsthand.
You've seen it. Have you experienced
I've been in the middle of it before. Walking
so
down.
You've had people run up to you.
I don't know who the lady was, and I still don't to this day. We were on Robertson at the Kitson store, right? We all the time we just fucking bounce and do our lunch break or whatever. And if we didn't have anything to pick up there, then we would just go tool around. You know what I mean? Until we get a phone call. Hey, we need to fucking pick up whatever. So we're on Robertson, just out. Where if you know where Cedars-Sinai is, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. We were on Robertson going to the Kitson store, and we're walking there. And it was me and the guy that I used to work with. And this lady comes out of the Kitson store. And we're not up to the store yet. So she comes out of the store and comes at us with a stroller. And I remember she had these big round black sunglasses on and a baseball hat. And still to this day I can never figure it out. And I've seen a lot of celebrities around there. A lot of celebrities all the time. Fucking just, hey, there's fucking so and so, don't say nothing. Holy shit kind of thing. So she comes out of the Kitson store, walks towards us. And then all of a sudden, there's this fucking mob of paparazzi. There's fucking fools that pop out of nowhere. And we were cruising, thinking we're just, lunch break, cool. What are we getting to eat, kind of thing. All of a sudden, there's 15 fucking people just there's fucking shutters going off, flashes, and all kinds of shit. And I was like, what the fuck did just happen? Complete like a fucking Viet Cong fucking ambush. It came out of nowhere, dude. It was some insane type of shit. And we worked down the street from the Dash store too, the Kardashian store. So we'd be driving away from work, going to fucking Burbank for other reasons. Mm-hmm. And we'd pass there, and occasionally you would see them come out of the store, and you'd have to stop because there'd be motherfuckers in the middle of the whole street on 3rd Street or whatever it was, going away from the hospital. And they would just be fucking blowing up, just flashes everywhere. I mean, those people make it an extreme amount of money to live that lifestyle. So when you're doing these things, you have to remember, your whole life is on display. You're not going to get the same treatment as, Joe Schmo anymore. You chose the lifestyle instead of being fuck this, I'm retiring. See you guys later, and go into seclusion or whatever. You stay in the limelight.
Well,
like I said, is it right for them to do that? No, but you have to remember, you're that bitch.
If you're an artist, actor, anything like that you are on TV, then you know what? That's what you should be expecting. But okay, for example, Mark Zuckerberg, he was the founder of Facebook.
Yeah.
Why he created a website, a
website. It's facebook.com.
What, or what's his face, Tom from MySpace. Mm-hmm. They're not on TV, they're not but they're still in the line. Well, not really Tom. I don't know.
Tom's fucking gone, dude. He sold that shit and said, peace out, I'm done being that fucking dude. I made my bajillions.
There are millionaires out there that aren't on TV
because they know
musicians or anything like that.
They know how to keep a low profile. That's why. That's the difference.
Well, you see Mark Zuckerberg and you're like, oh my God, the guy that created Facebook. He's not on TV.
I'd be like, that's the guy that testified on Capitol Hill that he wasn't fucking censoring people during the election and all kinds of shit and fucking during the COVID. That's why I would recognize him. Like, look at this fucking prick over here. Yeah. That's him. Fuck this guy. And I hope you get fucking blinded by the goddamn paparazzi lights where you crash off the side of the road and fucking burn in a hill somewhere.
Well, I didn't know that, but
yeah, that's Mark Zuckerberg for you. Anyways, speaking of weird inventions and Facebook, all this bullshit, technology-wise, there was a company, and this is the last thing I got. I don't have anything after this. Reflect Orbital. Have you heard anything about that? Mm-mm. Okay, this is some shit because I was just rolling through, the whatever I found this on, and Reflect Orbital is a company going viral for it says concept of ordering sunlight. Does that sound strange? Because it is. These guys made an app to where, and it's not available to the public yet, but you can look this up, to where you can have an app and say it's nighttime like this, and you're like, well, fuck, I need to work on the car, I need to do whatever. You can get this app, and you can purchase sunlight. So what it is it's satellites up in space that will reflect the sunlight off of them and direct it towards your location, so it will illuminate wherever you're at nighttime.
What is it called? There's no way.
Yeah, it's called. Let me see. It's called Reflect Orbital. Yeah, so you can purchase. Well, they're gonna try to make this happen. You seen it?
Yeah, I just pulled up the website.
Yeah, shit's wild.
I can't wait to look into that.
Shit's wild. So you can order sunlight to be directed off of a satellite and down to your location wherever you're at. If it's nighttime, you can have.
Can you imagine?
Have your sunlight 24 hours a day. I would do that shit if I had like a vendetta on somebody.
Like, yeah, can you imagine? Like,
the neighbors had that fucking crazy ass party the other night. Damn, okay, I'm gonna wait till Wednesday night when they're trying to get some sleep.
They have to get up at 4 a.m.
Yeah. Oh, you guys are going on vacation. You have to be up at 2. Boom! Just fucking sunlight right on your house. You know what I mean?
Jeez, yeah.
That's what I would use it for, and that shit's gonna be. I don't know, man. That's gonna cause a lot of problems. It could either be really cool if you need it, like, oh man, I'm fucking stranded out here. I guess I'm gonna order some sunlight real quick. Just wow, and then you can see where you're going or whatever.
Yeah.
Or you can be like, hey, fucking, Jerry's acting like a dick down the street. He fucking drove his car up and down the road all day long. I'm gonna wait till midnight, and I'm gonna hit his ass with some sunlight so he can't sleep. Yeah. So it can go one of two ways, but the Reflect Orbital is the name of the company that's doing this. And I thought that shit was crazy. That's like some weird, like, far out, like, space age type shit. But yeah, I don't know. We'll have to do some research into that and see what's going on with that. But yeah, I don't know. I think that's pretty much it for this one, huh?
Yeah.
Got all the animals causing a damn ruckus. You got Blaze over here just making noise. So yeah, I think that's gonna be a wrap on this one. The old what is this, episode 26? Yep, 26. Yeah. So like I said at the beginning of the podcast, you can follow me on Instagram, digital_demons_podcast. You can get me on YouTube, Digital Demons Podcast. All the episodes, YouTube. All the episodes are on there, recorded, audio only and video. There's a few video on there now. There's a few of them that are a video. Mm-hmm. And then we have X, DGITL, DMNSPOD, Digital Demons Pod. Follow me on there. If you have any questions or anything,
you can ask Smokey.
Yeah, you can ask Smokey right here. He's my executive producer. Digital Demons Podcast at gmail.com. Also, if you guys are listening to this, just the audio, there's a feature, whatever you guys are streaming on, whether it's Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, fucking whatever you want. There's a feature, if you click the link at the top, it directs you to fan mail. So you can ask me questions. If you hear something right off of the app or the show or whatever, you can click the link for fan mail and get a message directly to me. So that's a pretty cool feature. So be on the lookout for that if you're listening to the audio only on wherever you stream your podcasts at. So that's a wrap on this one.
Thank you for watching, listening.
Yeah, thank you. Shout out to everybody watching and listening. I'm gonna try to. I'd like to do a live podcast, but we'll see how that.
That's what I thought we were gonna do tonight.
No, I was just setting up and was just messing around on Instagram. So I don't know. Keep an eye out for that. Like I said, go follow me on Instagram, digital_demons_podcast. Tell your friends and your family about it. And we will see you guys next week. Possibly during the weekend, though. So we'll see you guys next weekend. Appreciate you guys watching, listening. Love you guys. Yeah, take care of yourselves. All right.
Bye.
Peace out.